Guys, we'll learn today how we can configure RIP version 1. RIP stands for Routing Information Protocol, and we'll talk about version 1, which is coming under Distance Vector Routing Protocol. If you take a classification, it is a dynamic routing protocol. To learn about that, I have created the topology on the screen, which contains 5 networks. They are 192.168.1.0 with the default mask of class C, then 2.0 network, 3.0 network, 4.0 network, and 5.0 network. So I have intended to start from the basics of even assigning the IP addresses, and then we'll move slowly to know how we can configure RIP version 1. For that, I go to this personal computer 1 and I open this to assign an IP address to that in 192.168.1.0 network. So I go for 192.168.1.1 with the default mask. I leave the other uh, fields as it is now. I don't change it. And I come to the other machine where I go to the desktop and I give another IP in the same network 192.168.1.2 with the default mask, and I close it. And then, as you know, I need to go to this router. I have to assign the IP address to that, and it is better if I see the port labels. So it is always better to see port label. Yeah, I click this so that I can see the port label. So I go to this router. I'm not going to use the CLI. Well, I'll use the CLI so that it will be easy for you also to follow. And I give IP address to the fast Ethernet interface. Hence, I go for interface fast Ethernet 00. And IP which I'm going to assign is IP address 192.168.1.254, which is the last usable IP in that subnet. Is it mandatory that I should use this last usable IP? No, but it is always good you assign either the first IP or the last usable IP to the router's interface, so that when you configure the default gateway, you will always remember that. I give, and I should enable this by giving no shutdown command, right? So the IP configuration is done in this router. I can check whether that is what I have done is perfect, whether it is working fine. I have to wait till the amber color becomes green. Yeah, it has become green. So I go to this machine command prompt. I just check whether the IP which I have assigned is able to be reached 192.168.1.254. Is it pinging? Yes, I started getting the reply from the router, which means this machine is able to establish a connection with this router. Similarly, we'll go to the right hand side and we'll start assigning IP address in the same way. I start give 192.168 5 dot, am I right? Yes, if I'm right, yeah, it should be 5.1 with the default mask, and I also give 5.2 with the default mask to the other machine. So 192.168 5.2, yes. And in the same way, what you have done with this router, we'll go to this router as well. And I go to the CLI command, enable, so configure interface fast Ethernet 00, and the IP address should be 192.168. 5.254 is better, as I said, to 255.255.255.0, and I also give no shutdown. So now that interface also should be up. Once this amber color becomes green, you'll be able to send and receive packets because the switch is getting boot up. All right. Now let's come back to the serial interface of the routers. We'll start assigning IP address to these interfaces. So I go to this router and we'll start assigning IP address to this link. Okay, the interface is belonging to this link. So the interface here is interface serial 30, as you could see on the screen, and I give the IP address as 192.168.2.1 with the mask, and I also have issued no shutdown command. This serial interface being a DCE terminal, we need to give clock rate as well. So I give clock rate probably 64,000 as a standard number, you can always remember. So I have completed that configuration. Now in parallel, before getting into the other router, we can configure this link also probably for serial 20. Let's assign IP address. So interface serial 20, and the IP address which I have decided to go for is 3.1 because it is in this network, in this wide area network. So I give 192.168.3.1 with the default mask, and I have given no shutdown command, and I also give clock rate as 64. I think I have completed assigning the IP address to these interfaces of this router. Let's move to this router where fast Ethernet interface is already given the IP address. Hence, I move towards interface serial 30, where I have already given 192.168.2.1 here. So I need to give 2 or 2, 3, or I can give any number till 254. So 192.168.2.2 let me give with the mask. I give no shutdown. Now you can see this link has become alive. You could see green color, and the line protocol also is changed the state to up. I try to give clock rate, though it is a DTE terminal. I try to give clock rate. It says this command applies only to DCE interfaces. So no harm, you can try this, but whatever you configure on the DCE will take over, right? So now it's a time for us to configure this link. So I can give probably 4.1 here. So serial 20, interface serial 20. I give IP address 192.168.4.1 with the mask. That's 0. I give no shutdown. No shutdown. I need not give the clock rate there because the DC interface is here. We'll try whether clock rate is to be given. I think that, yeah, that is not applicable there. All right, so I have configured both the interfaces here. Come to the serial interface, the third router, where what is this interface name, which is serial 30. Okay, so that is serial 20. All right, so I go to command line, enable configure T, interface serial 30. So give IP address 192.168.4.2 with the mask, no shutdown, and the clock rate I give 64,000. Right, and now I should give IP to serial 20, right? So interface serial 20 IP address I should give 3.2 because I have given 3.1 here. So 192.168.3.2 255.255.255.0, and I also issue no shutdown. Should I give clock rate? No issues. We can try, though it is not required, not a big deal. Right, so this is done. Now the IP configuration should be perfect now, and you can check it up by giving show run command or show IP interfaces brief. Yeah, show IP interfaces brief will give you what are all the IPs assigned. So router 2, this is what the router 2 has got two interfaces, serial 2 and serial 3. This is serial 3, which has got 4.2. This is serial 2, which has got 3.2, and it says both are up. A similar checkup you can do with the other routers as well. I have gone for control reset. I give show IP interface brief. It should have 3 interfaces. Yes, one is the fast Ethernet, which has got 192.168.1.254. The serial 20 has got 3.1, and this serial 30 has got 2.1. Similarly, the similar kind of verification can be done on the other machine as other router as well. You need not always use only show IP route brief. You can even use show run command. That also will give you similar answer, somewhat similar answer concerning IP. You got fast Ethernet 0. Where are we? We are this router. It has got fast Ethernet 0 has got 5254. To go to the next page, use the space bar. Then 41 is for serial 20, and this is for 22. And we also can check whether you can whether you will be able to um, uh, the check the connectivity between these devices. I'll go for a normal PDU, whether these two are successful. It is successful, which means they are pinging. Here to here also is successful. Here to here also is successful. All right, so you can do it manually as well, but anyway, I just cross verified whether the IPs which I have assigned is working. Why is it not successful? We have to check, otherwise it will give a headache later. Yeah, now it is successful, so no worries. We can check always the one hop distance, whether they are able to ping each other. Yeah, we have verified all the one hop machines, they were able to talk to each other. Now let's see whether this machine is able to send something to this machine. You can see it says failed. No problem, you can try again from here to here. It says in progress, it failed. Now there is a trouble which we have clearly realized, that something has to be done so that these machines will be able to talk to each other. Right. So what can we do? For that, we'll go to one of the routers and find out there is something called routing table. So the command is show IP route. So show IP route is the command which fetches you the routing table available in a particular router. Routing table or routing table, I leave to you. So it says this particular router called router 0 has got 3 entries in its routing table for 3 networks. They are 192.168.10.20 and 30. What are those 3 networks? It also says they are directly connected. Where are they connected also is mentioned in the routing table entries. They are connected with fast Ethernet 00, serial 30, serial 20 respectively. And the legend also indicates that it is a connected network. So please remember, any router has an entry for its connected networks in its routing table. See, you have got first network here, another network here, another networks here. So there are 3 networks existing or which are directly connected with this router, and the routing table entry has got entries for all these 3. You can check a similar one in this router as well. So I give show IP route. You can see, this also has got 3 entries. They are 2, 4, and 5. 5 is through the fast Ethernet. 2 and 4 are serial 30 and 20. So this is fast Ethernet. You got 50, and you got 20 and 40 connected through this. Whereas you can easily guess how many entries will be here for the routing table. It is supposed to have only 2 entries as of now. Yes, it has got 2 entries. They are 30 and 40. So it has got 30 through serial 20 and 40 through serial 30. These are all existing. So what does it signify? I'll go back to this router. What does it indicate? That this router has a knowledge, or this router at present is capable of connecting the packets only to the these 3 networks. In other words, it is not having entries about 4.0 network and 5.0 network. All right, so these 2 are not existing. That is the reason why initial pinging was unsuccessful in our testing, right? So what can we do? Very simple. When you use the RIP protocol, we are going to say every of the routers that you please talk about your connected networks with others. Very, very simple thing we are going to tell this router. How am I going to configure? Your faculty would have explained to you the working principles of RIP, probably in the laboratory or in the class. So I straight away go only to the configuration. So config T, and I give the first command is router RIP. Hope this is visible on the screen. Router RIP is the command which enables the RIP process. The immediate next command is you are supposed to advertise the connected networks. Command is very simple, network, which is the first connected network. You will agree that 192.168.10 is one of the connected networks. Okay. What is the other connected network? 192.168. You got 2.0. This also will help you to understand. You can see here as well, but it is better if you rely on such entries. Okay, so 192.168.20, and then the third network which is to be advertised is 192.168.30, right? So I can here, so I just say copy running to startup configuration just for safety. I closed it. I have come to this router. This router needs to advertise 3 and 4. Otherwise, the configuration is very simple. So configure router RIP. I give network 192.168.30, and also I should give 40, right? So I again copy the running configuration to startup configuration. Similarly, I come to this router, the third router, and very similar kind of configuration. Config T, router RIP, so network 192.168.20 is in its connected network, then 4 and 5, 4 and 5. All right, so all right, so now the configuration is done. Let's wait for probably a second or two. Now we can check whether these updates are received by this routing table. So how can we check? How can I check the routing table? Show IP route. Now you can see in this routing table, earlier it had only 3 entries. I could show you on the screen. It has got only 3 entries. Now it has got 5 entries. Those 3 already existing entries are not disturbed, but you got another 2 entries with the name R. Okay, what is this R? If you search here, it is RIP. So this indicates that these 2 routes are land through RIP process. All right, and it also said that the administrative distance is 120 and the hop count is 1. You will learn about this administrative distance when you learn in detail about the routing protocols. And this also talks about the freshness of the routes. So after certain amount of time, this routes will be flushed off, and then the RIP process will continue to find out the new routes. So this router has got 5 routes available now. I can check whether this has got, yes, it also has got 5. Earlier it had only 2 routes. You could see, yeah, it had only 2 routes, that is 3 and 4. Now it has got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Similarly, we can cross verify with the last router as well. Show IP route. It reveals that it also has got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Earlier it has got only 2, 4 and 5. Yes, 2, 4 and 5. Now 1 and 3 are land through RIP process. Now we say the network is converged. Now we can check whether the end-to-end pinging is happening. Do you see it fails? No problem, you can try again. It still does not work. Now by this time you should have figured out what has gone wrong. Yes, you would have guessed it correctly. We did not give the default gateway for these machines. What is the default gateway? When this machine has the destination packet, a packet for a destination, and but that destination machine is not available with your local area network, which may be available in a remote network, then you need to say the default gateway. What is the default gateway? It is the router's interface where your local area network is connected with. In this case, it is 192.168.1.254. So go to the switch again, go to the IP configuration. You change the default gateway as 192.168.1.254. I copy this 1.254. because the other machine also has got the same thing as the default gateway. So I give this as default gateway 1254. All right. Now the same thing would happen here as well, because these machines also need to know the reverse way. So this IP has to be given here 5.254. So you should give 5.254 as the gateway here, and also 5.254 as the gateway here. Perfect. Now shall we check whether the end devices are pinging? It says it is successful, right? So you can, what is the IP of this machine? It is 192.168.52. You can check here as well. So ping 192.168.52. Is it pinging? Yes, you are getting the reply. This is how you do the configuration of RIP version 1. Hope you enjoyed this video.